There are 87 pictures on this wall. Memorials. 2 people die on the streets every week.
Right now I'm putting it up for Albie. He was a young boy, hardly 24. He was very unfortunate because he was clean. He was always on drugs and everything, but now he was clean. And
How did he die?
he was he died in the hospital itself. And it was very, very sad because he recovered from all of what he went through in life. And then all of a sudden he died.
But what did he die of?
He had a little bit of a heart problem. And he went for just a normal, regular, small surgery, something as far as I know. And he died during the surgery.
Only 24 years old, street life made Albie look twice his age.
Oh, you too.
I'm having a little trouble with this Albie.
With who? With Albie?
I'm having a little trouble letting Albie go.
I'm going to sleep by you for a second. You having a hard time letting him go?
Well, everybody knows how close we were, right?
I know he was. Knowing her for such a long time, knowing her family, such a giving person, and so chronically sick, and so many of her friends around her at such a young age already dying. Albie, a close friend of hers, we buried just recently, and just so many people in her life have died, you know.
He was my first boyfriend when I came to town.
I knew he meant a lot to you. I knew that.
As soon as I heard he was dead, I was right back in town doing dope again. I couldn't deal with it. Next day, I was right back in town. I picked up a quarter bowl and started smashing right away, man.
Yeah, just so you could deal with it, yeah.
You want to feel the pain?
I just hope so much for recovery for her someday, because she's still got the age is still with her, you know, so.
Jazz doesn't come back to the center tonight. Tonight, she needs heroin. Street problems are hurting Victoria's businesses. Reverend Isaac nearly shut down last year. He needed to relocate. 52 people refused to rent him space.
It's that syndrome, not in my backyard, you know. Reverend Al is doing a great job. They're doing a great service to the city, but not next to us.
Reverend Isaac takes in the toughest cases. People banned from every shelter in town.
You said that you see the face of God in the homeless.
Oh, the story I got to tell is I come one morning and the guy's so sick and he's outside the open door, and I help him across the street, and I put him down in my office, and he lays there all day, and I forgot about him. And later on in the day, I go in and he's in the corner in the washroom, and I look at his eyes. I honestly just see Christ for 1 second, and then I see him with a needle into his arm. I don't see Christ in some Superman way. I see him in the very people that I minister to, and I feel compassion and the suffering Christ I see.
When James Davey is not at Reverend Isaac's, he hangs outside the needle exchange.
Leave the spoon, cook it. We got to put the opiates in there, some spoons. Then you need soda for people that want to, they don't want to take needle anymore and shit like that.
The needle exchange is next to King Tang's convenience store.
I have to come in every morning to clean up my storefront where they leave needles, bloods, and the belonging and the garbage. And every day there's human waste, liquid and solid. This is where the blood is. A lot of garbage has blood and slime and stuff like that on it. I don't even sweep it up because it get my brooms dirty.
The addict started hanging around 2 years ago. They scare off his customers. He says he's losing money. And there's other troubles. In the last 6 months, he's been robbed twice. He was beaten by a woman shoplifting.
And then I followed her down to the needle exchange, and I went inside and asked her for the stuff that she took. And she was so angry, she punched me through the wall in the needle exchange. But nobody helped me, or nobody asked her to stop. And on her way out, after I was on the floor, and she kicked the door in the needle exchange. It's all broken. They still haven't fixed it yet.
King and his wife can't move. They own the building, and their money is sunk into the mortgage. They're stuck.
I don't think they could solve a problem. You know, if they move, you just put another problem in another neighborhood. That's all. I think there's nothing. My idea is you cannot help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves. You know, I mean, unless you force them into detox or something like that, you can help them.
Panhandlers are on every street corner in Victoria's tourism district. They're threatening Victoria's billion-dollar tourism industry.
Well, you're just, worried about business. I'm not just worried about business. I think
the Fairmount Empress, one of Victoria's swankiest hotels, lost a $200,000 contract last year. Americans cancelled a convention. They were scared off by aggressive panhandlers.
We have some young people that have decided that they want to drop out of society, and they feel it's a right to be able to stand on the street corner or sit on the street corner and hassle people for money. I personally believe we should make that against the law.
Okay. And you say that, make that against the law. What would you do? Would you fine them, or?
I don't know. I mean, everyone says that. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to fine them? You're going to throw them in jail? I don't know. I think we need to be able to move them along. It affects the people who are making a living in tourism. When do the people who contribute take a priority over the people who don't contribute?
Some people are also panhandling for booze.
Yeah, some people are panhandling. Do I take every penny I got, all right, and I challenge it, do we take every and put it to the very right thing that we should? Of course not. But when the poor do, well, look at them. Certainly they buy booze. Sometimes they buy drugs. And I'm saying, when I give a quarter to somebody on the street, $1, I do that with no judgment. It's a gift, a gift. And if they do whatever they want with it, so be it. I do a lot of things not right with my money.